In this video, we're not just going to add an admin dashboard and deploy our app. We're also throwing in something special, AI integration using Claude's API. We've come a long way from our initial setup through our Bolt challenges, Stripe integration, and now we're ready to put the finishing touches on our GitHub tutorial platform. Let's dive in and finish this project strong. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Cline to generate the back-end admin dashboard. Let me go to Cline, start new task. I can see this is a Next.js application with Firebase integration. Would be beneficial for managing these aspects. Okay, all right. It's creating a layout file from the admin route, so we can access this through /admin, I suppose. Now it's creating a basic admin dashboard or the main admin dashboard page. It will have the statistics for users, tutorials, and subscriptions. After this, we're going to deploy this to Netlify. And if we still have time, I would like to add one more premium feature, which is the AI capabilities for this project or for this SaaS. That will make it more compelling for users to subscribe to a premium plan. And it's reasonable because AI services is not free, at least for the premium ones. And even if we use a free LLM, hosting it is still not free. I would like also to implement some kind of offline capabilities, so we don't need to check the user's information every time, and it will make our app also performant. Okay, so now it's creating the tutorials management page where admins can view and manage the tutorial content. This will include functionality to view, tutorial details, premium status, and completion statistics. Now, Cline is creating a subscriptions management page to allow admins to view and manage user subscriptions, including active subscriptions, payment history, and subscription status. So we're using the Stripe API for this, I suppose. While we can use the Stripe dashboard, for example, to view the subscription information like the customers. So we now have 3 customers here. The transactions is here also. Product catalog, yes, it's supposed to be here. And there's some kind of reporting here. Basic information regarding the Stripe account is already here, but it's very handy to have it within our application. Plus, we can customize this as much as we want. So you see the benefit of describing the database structure right from the start. We use it until the end of the project. We're still using the schema or the database structure as the basis of what our app consists of. So we're using it to build the admin dashboard here. Otherwise, Cline or any AI dev tools will have to spit out what they want in our application without much direction. All right, looks like it's done. It spent almost 50 cents for this task here. So now I'm not sure if I can go to that page directly. Okay, so it's asking me to log in. Let's read what Cline mentioned here. Protected admin routes. Okay, redirect to login for non-admin users. Yes, it's true. It's redirecting us. But if we go to the homepage, we can still access the non-admin information here. But if we go to the /admin, it's redirecting us to this login page. Let me try to log in as my own user. It just redirects me to the dashboard. I cannot access the admin because I'm not an admin user. So it's currently set to admin@example.com. I wonder what's the password. Let's ask for the password. I was just asking for the password, but Cline went on to fix several things here. So although it did create some sample data for the admin and updated the initialize collections, it didn't mention how to do the initialization. So I will create a new task and then I will ask Cline to. We can see here that the admin user has been added. Okay, so now let's try to log in as an admin. I know the password is admin123. I've seen it in the code, but it redirects to the dashboard still. So, all right, so it works. Now we have an admin dashboard. Nice. You can see everything here. It's worth it, but the tutorials is not working. Okay, maybe we don't need the tutorials. And yeah, The subscriptions is also not working. And we also see the issue when we log in, it redirects to the dashboard instead of the admin. I will create a new task for that, but let me just commit all of these changes first. Then let's create a new task, and then I will tell Cline to I will check the login form. I also would like Cline to improve the login form a bit. We go back here, the tutorials page is still accessible here, but it's okay. It's part of the header. Alright, let's sign out and then sign in as an admin. Alright, it works. So let me sign in as a regular user. Nice. Okay, looking good. Would like to implement the reset password, forget password, and some more features, but we can get by using this for now. I will ask Cline to update or fix, possibly remove. And then for the subscriptions, we will ask Cline to fix this as well. Okay, let me go to the tutorials. All right. Of course, we cannot edit the tutorials right now, but this is good enough for now. Because we cannot edit the tutorial this way, we have to do it by code. Okay, this is good. How about the subscriptions? We have 4 errors. Let me just ask Cline to fix it for us. As simple as that. I wonder if this is using API from Stripe, but can also get the subscription data from Firestore because we have it here. Alright, we're good. Let me go here and stage all changes in case this upcoming change will mess up something. Now it's time to merge the changes we are making from dev to main and deploy this to Netlify again. So currently it's already deployed, but this is outdated. Okay, so let's go to GitHub and click on compare and pull requests. And then I will create a pull request to pull all the changes from dev to main. So this will merge 22 commits from dev to main. So now I'm going to merge the pull request. We can click on this to see what's happening. Okay, so it's deploying. I would expect this to fail because we have removed the .env local file. So what I will do is create an environment variables for all those things that needs to be included. But before doing that, let me just wait for it to fail. It's building it right now. Okay, it failed. So let me run the compilation or the build locally, npm run build. By the way, we need to pull the changes from GitHub now. So it failed because of these environment variables. So now we have to go to the site configuration and create new variables. I can also import from .env. I will paste in the .env information or the contents of our .env here. Maybe the public app URL should be set here. I will copy it and then paste it there. And also the Stripe webhook secret should be updated. I'll go to developers, webhooks, go to this endpoint and copy the signing secret again. Then I will click on import. That will automatically create all the variables found in the .env file that I have imported or pasted. Now let's go back to deploy and trigger the deployment again. If you're wondering why our local npm run build works, it's because we have this .env local. Netlify doesn't have that since we already removed the .env local from our GitHub repository. It's not here anymore. But now Netlify is building our project. We can also review what Cline mentioned during one of our interaction with it regarding the Netlify deployment. Okay, so it says here in production, only then you'll configure the webhook endpoint. Okay, so that's the only change we need to do. Now the Firebase initialization has succeeded, unlike before. Okay, so the build is complete. Now it's deploying it. Nice. Let's refresh. Alright, so the premium contents are here. The free contents are here also. You can refresh this. Okay, so that's just one hiccup. Didn't occur anymore. That's because I'm already subscribed. So let me sign out. I will create a new account here using same email address with an alias user1. We can enable also so we need to fix the sign up page. Okay, so there's a missing route being used by this file. Okay, let's see what's changed. So only this route, because as per Cline here, the user.ts from Firebase is using is calling this route Stripe customers. Yeah, it's using that route which does not exist before. So let me check locally. If I create a new account, I will create user2 at AI driven coder. I will clear the logs. Okay, so it works and should redirect to the dashboard. Nice. And if we go to the customers, we should have that user created as a customer here, even though it's a free account. Okay, nice. If we go to the profile, the plan is free, active status is none, which is not looking good, but it's okay. Tutorials, I should not be able to access this. Great. Failed to check premium access. Alright, it's okay. Let me go to my other account just to be sure that we don't have this same error. Tutorials, premium. Okay, great. Now we want to redeploy this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to main, but before that I will stash this change first, Stripe customers route, so that it won't get overwritten or something. Let me go to the main branch, and then I will pull the changes, and then I will go to Git lens and then apply here the stash, and then sync the changes to GitHub, which will trigger the Netlify deployment and fix the issue we have currently. Alright, we are done with the deployment. We have completed the payment integration and fixed several issues along the way. So now I would like to implement another feature which will demonstrate how to integrate AI services to our application here. So I will ask Cline again for a new task. I would assume that Claude 3.5, which is the model we're using with Cline, knows about how to integrate AI API. So let's just trust Cline that it knows what it's doing. Otherwise, I'm going to provide more context about it. In the meantime, let me go to Netlify here to ensure that our deployed application or the version of our app is working. So let me sign out. By the way, this is not working. Let me sign out, and I will create another account. Nice. And our Stripe customer list should have the user3 account added. All right, good. Now it's creating a new tutorial data, Git AI assistance. Okay, let me save. Best practices for prompting. Okay. So the content doesn't matter really. The important thing here is the AI API integration. So this is AI assistance. What I want it to do is to be able to interact with AI, which I think it didn't provide. Alright, so it's creating a new file called Anthropic TS. So let's see here. So it created several prompts regarding Git. Nice. So it knows about the Anthropic API, so it's good. It created a new AI assistant component, which is smart because this is a special feature. So the next step here is for us to provide the AI API key. So I will create an API key while waiting for Cline to generate the code. Okay, so here's the Anthropic API key variable, Anthropic. Okay, so it's looking for that. So let me go to that env local, and then I will copy this. Then I will provide the value for it. Okay, let's see if this will work. Let me run npm run dev again. Let me check the Anthropic file here. It's using a different model here. Okay, I have corrected the model name. Let me refresh. Let me also rerun this just to make sure that everything is updated. And then I will go to tutorials. Let's visit for the first time the AI-powered Git workflow or tutorial content here. Okay, so this is not working. Git message. Okay. Let me take a picture of this. and highlight this to Cline. Let's see what it did. It replaced the AI assistant tags, okay? So it won't be processed as a markdown. Okay, so it uses a special set of characters there. Let me refresh. Next. Alright, so try it for yourself. Paste your changes below and Claude will help you craft a clear, concise commit. I add readme. Okay, failed to get AI assistance. Let's check the network. The payload looks weird. Let's ask Cline, fix this. Please fix. So it doesn't exist. If we go to our changes here, yes, that doesn't exist yet. Now let's try again. Nice, it's working. Let's see. How about implement payment processing? But it's too short for me. It feels like it's just adding the fit word there about if I say fix an issue. Fix an issue. I'm not sure if it's really asking AI here. Let's check generate commit message. Okay, so it's not integrated to the actual AI service. Let me commit all of these changes or stage it at least. Okay, so let's try again. Fix an issue with login. Alright, added email verification. Okay, so how about added readme? Okay. It works, although it requires several improvements, as you can see, but at least the AI integration is working. Now let's commit these changes and I will push it to our main branch to trigger the deployment. I will add the new environment variable that we have created, which is the Anthropic API key behind the scenes here. Let's see the deployment. Yep. And one final touch or refinement that I want to improve here is the sign in and sign up UI. Alright, so this is nice. If I create a new account, let's visit the deployment. It looks like it works. It's still building though. Uploading now. Published. Right. So we should be able to use AI assistance in this particular tutorial. I will sign out and sign in. We're still using the old one, so it's okay. We should also improve the dashboard, but that's for another day. Although the response is not properly formatted as a markdown, but it's good enough for now. Task completed. Let's try it again. I will go to certain pages here just to get out of the landing page and then I will sign out. Nice. We're done. We have now completed our GitHub tutorial platform SaaS application using Bolt at first. So initially, I planned to use Bolt all throughout the completion of this SaaS application using my 10 million tokens remaining in my account. But unfortunately, the reality kicks in and it forced me to use another tool, which is Cursor and Cline, to finish the job. So I hope this has been beneficial to you and you see the value of choosing the right tool at the right time. And we cannot force using one tool for now. Although some people may have success using it, maybe that's an isolated case, or they might need to spend a lot of time, effort, energy, and money to be able to complete their task using Bolt and create a working and shippable SaaS application using only Bolt. That's fantastic. but I won't be convinced that it's going to be scalable, robust, and flexible enough to be maintained in the long run. So thank you very much for watching. Happy coding!